We should be back. How are we doing? Good, yes. We don't say nothing. I don't get a heads up. My internet just died completely. This is heinous. I might need to start doing this. I don't know. We'll find a way. The internet always gets a little bit hanky after hours. If we have too many more crashes, we might call it for a day. But right now, we're building a few things. We are picking up the amenities. We're building the shelters, the restrooms, all the stuff that people need for a good time at Jurassic Park. There is one of my favorite things is like little superstitions and rituals, but they really they really do kind of make a point when you need an almost Warhammer like level of superstition sometimes with our internet. I know it doesn't make much sense, but man. We're going to be slapping down some restrooms. Very rarely very far from the power banks and the emergency bunkers, just in case things happen and no one wants to get eaten off a toilet like that guy in the first movie. The lawyer, as I remember. The people are complaining about me not. Alright. See, I like the framing here. The people, the guests, are complaining about a lack of amenities. That's fine. And then the people who run the park, they're like, yes, make more money for us. So I like the perspective here. We are going to be adding amenities as soon as we can see what they want. There's demand for gifts. We pop that down, we see there's a demand for gifts. If we pop this down to drinks, there's a high demand for drinks. We got a little bit of everything. We're going to put some snacks. I feel like the closest thing. It's close enough. I feel like the best thing. I would put drinks next to the enclosures purely because, like, I feel like walking around this park all day is going to be thirsty work. Then we get to configure it to the type of guests that are going to be here. So the type of guests we have are these ones. Let's actually go look. There's one of those things in this one. We have different types of guests at the park. So we get to see, we are scrolling all the way down. There's room here for a hotel. I reckon there's room here for a hotel or two. I put a restroom here just because realistically, you've just had a helicopter flight in, you're gonna need a bathroom break. And I'd assume there's some in there, but they'll be not very well tended. So nature, adventure, and luxury people, and as well as general park goers. So the nature tickets, the biggest tickets. So now we're gonna put up some people who are interested in nature stuff. So what do? We're selling ginger beer. Where's my Simpsons references at? I've got the fish tank. Got the fossil display. In the interest of making everyone happy. See, I wish we had another one for people and just general visitors. And look, general population's not going to be happy, but most everyone's happy with this. But we could change that from ginger beer to... Ooh, not ginger beer suits the adventure crowd. Restrooms and full shelter cover. You are absolutely right. Now we just got to get some amenities. We got to start making some profit because we have spent so far about $22 million. We have spared some expense, but not the expense of safety. What do we want? What's this? Food, meals, snacks. Is this? Because some of the options, uh, it says amenity for food, but some of them are snacks. Some of them are meals, like full restaurant kinds of amenities. Yeah. Aussie internet has. Look, I didn't have very good internet for a very long time, and it's part of the reason I was not a multiplayer gamer, especially as a teen. Like, I played a little bit of Team Fortress 2 every now and again, but that was never good enough to be competitive. That is a food building. We might be able to make it different types of food there. But I'm not paying enough attention. Let's go with the donut hut and see what we need. Thanks, Minty Hippo. Alright, so what do we got? More general population, so we're gonna go with the stuff that makes them happy. I feel like the adventure people are hard to make happy. I guess this is... It makes a bit of sense, really. It's the, the people who... They want to be outdoors, they want to be doing stuff. They want the eventual zip line that you can add into the park. But there's also enough food interest to support 2 venues. See, I'm focusing on making money, but we do have one of our boys here has just been Velociraptor is waking up. Was tranked. Alright, we have to keep an eye on the raptors. And look, in general, the critters in our park are gonna need some care. There's enough interest in food to run too, so why not? Alright, are they both donuts though? We can't run... I was about to say, we can't run 2 donut stores, but it seems to be working. It's even overcrowded. So we are going to, again, we're going to make the Gen Pop. I say Gen Pop as though this is a prison. It's not, it's just a dinosaur park. The general, the adventure people, and those people. Let's go, ice cream machine. I'm just a big fan of ice cream, so why not? There aren't anyone from that, there aren't any of that style of participant here. We'll slow down some. So we got ginger beer, we got 2 donut stands. Oh well. We'll slap down another menu. Let's slap down a gift shop. Except one good for general, one for special. That's probably a good idea. Alright, queue it up with a path. Just a little path. We should sell pedometers here. In general, feel like this is the kind of place where you'd get your steps in. And look, here we go. Again, more overcrowding, more. Look, I'm not going to say complaining, because I'm not a huge fan of that word, so hey. More less than helpful feedback. Selfie spot or TVs? I feel like the TVs should go in the diner. We might actually change out from... Let's change some leisure wear, not leatherware. This is going to be one of those situations where you can't make everything. Right, there we go. We do have some overcrowding though, so we're going to build another amenity store. We need to get some of that research happening, because I know one of the things you can get is the upgrades to the building, so we can get the bigger places which can accommodate more people. It's not one of those things I'm gonna hugely complain about, but if we can, make a bit of money out of it, why not? Guest amenities. Here we go. Amenities, my Civilization fans' favorite words, especially when we require more of them. How is everyone's week going? see a couple of raptors. Sure. I like this. We talk. See, this is good for us, but probably not good for our park guests. But we do need to make an ethical dinosaur park where the animals seem to be being treated well. Alright, the park's gone pretty happy. Now we need some accommodation. Now I know one of the things that they do for the judgment of almost went down an interesting path there. One of the things they do is part of the judgment of the quality of a hotel is dinosaur visibility. And considering we can't see into like the back of the raptor enclosure, I might place down just in here. I might place down some hotels here. Raptor side. It's the Lunchbox Hotel. I'm gonna pop that in right there. And you know what? I thought this would be like the most expensive hotel. It's within, well, not the most expensive, but one of the pricier hotels. It's within walking distance of the, some of the main attractions. Yeah, see, raptors and dillos. I mean, that's what more could you want except maybe tyrannosaurs and other favorite dinosaurs. Alright, let's get the Pachyrhinosaurs going. What do we got? 3 science. Faster extraction from Cool Scott Copper. So why not indeed? Let's go. Ooh, new expedition map. What do we want? I feel like one of the next things they're going to say is, hey, you need to diversify your parks or send out some expeditions. Hey, it's the Musical Mortician. How's it going? Compsognathus. Proceratosaurus. Let's get a theropod. Yeah, I'm seeing Barbosa is going to want to break soon. I'm going to... Look, the park has just opened up. I feel as though we should give them all a break soon. Give them some much deserved time off. But also, hold on. Howdy, howdy. I am back. Just had to duck away for a moment. Hey, we're glad to have you here. What was I here to do? We're going to get some power upgrades happening to the park because we need them. I understand the backup power thing in this one being the basic one because it's kind of what we saw in Jurassic Park 1, but I just do feel like it shouldn't be the thing we start with. We should start with the small substation, and then the backup generator should be what we get later to respond to storms with. Let's get some accommodation happening. It's a park after all. Oh, now we can get medium amenities. Awesome sauce. Look, straight off the bat, we're getting some criticisms. This is fine. People had a long helicopter flight. I genuinely believe the first thing I'd want is a drink. Like, give me some boost. I mean, hey, look, it's the star of the business. People aren't going to come here if they don't think they're going to be able to stay somewhere nice. And if there is a storm, which happens in this part of the world and happens in this game, they're going to need somewhere that won't lose power. That's what I'm telling myself, anyway. But now we got some boba. Do love me some bubble tea. Imagine that kind of horrific late stage capitalism. Yes, you can stay in the common hotel, the OK hotel, the economy hotel, or you can stay in the double economy hotel, which has its own power generator in case the power goes out, and the electric fences which keep us all safe from the dinosaurs turn off. It's like paying extra for refundable tickets. Sorry, Mr. Woodstock Cockeram. We will have to research more expeditions so we can get some more dinosaurs. The game's going to make us get a T-Rex, and the chat is going to make me get a T-Rex. It is the closest to the... Well, it's... Now, are we paying extra for degrees of safety, or... I feel like there's a lot you could do in, like, designing your own park outside of the limitations of what a video game gives you. Like, if you were running your own Jurassic Park RPG, like, role-playing game, that could get really interesting. And there isn't... I don't think there is one for... I don't think there is a role-playing game explicitly for Jurassic Park, except for playing something like... I think it's called Happiest Apocalypse on Earth, and it's more like the role-playing game for running, like a Five Nights at Freddy's or Itchy and Scratchy Land. It's kind of like animatronics going nuts, sort of thing. Paying extra for safety. That's right. I can't imagine, like... Imagine the travel insurance. And I think that we come back to this every week. That just insurance is going to be a thing in this world. Yeah, in the first game, you could set prices for your amenities. But I don't know what else. Unless there was a whole game feature I never discovered, which would be really funny if that was to be the case. Alright, we've got that happening. Do we put down here? We've got an emergency bunker attached to that hotel. What's that hotel coverage looking like? Oh, pretty decent. I played, and I might do it again in this one, or at least in like sandbox mode when we progress to it. I once built a park around a set of hotels, and the size of the enclosure was the sight range of the hotel, which was kind of cool. So it actually meant like people who were staying in the hotels could realistically see dinosaurs. Because if we see, like, cool, we can see. It's just we're not gonna. Oh, we could actually see some. Oh, here we go. We can see something. One of the things you can set up in this one is a zipline ride that goes over the enclosures, which I think is... Yeah. It's the scene from Jurassic World where they're feeding the oh, the name is escaping me, the Mosasaurus. But it's with people. Just why not? So we're just gonna put this down. Not enough accommodation around here, so we're gonna... I know the accommodation's meant to be able to see the dinosaurs, but also we need coverage. Actually, you know what? Why not? Okay, no Lostos. Put them down here. This will be the chill place where you can see the herbivores. I'm going to connect these paths up. And do they want bigger paths? Is that what it is? I think it might be. So we are going to get them bigger paths. We need to research bigger paths. Which I feel like isn't a job for a scientist, but an engineer. Okay. One of the things I do kind of want to talk about today in terms of like mental health stuff, which is what I'm here for, is... Should put a food place. I'll put a food place there as well. One of the things I want to talk with like on a mental health topic though is like task initiation and momentum with ADHD. All right, we got some stuff going on. The game's gonna throw us a curveball right as I get kind of started on the topic. Open all shelters. Everyone get inside. I might... Oh yeah, this is... It's too late now. But even if it's not really interesting mechanically, I always just chuck something down here for the staff. For the people who work here to tell them, you know, you matter. You get an emergency bunker. Guests. Alright, we got some storms. Where was this help screen when I was building the amenities? I've built the amenities. They're doing okay. Is that the case? Do I need to turn it down?
We need to make sure our guests' needs are catered.
Ruh-roh. Audio output capture. I'm just gonna turn it down by about half just so the storms don't blow your headphones out. Ruh-roh. Fam, get out.
Let's build some amenities to help with that. There's going to be less appetite for dinosaurs if our guests' appetites aren't taken care of.
Are you flying out in the storm? That sounds very not safe. As agitated as it's a storm, man. It's fine. Uh-oh, okay. That needs to be done. Where is my ranger? You know what? No, direct control. Oh, the turning circle on these. Look, sometimes you have to... I don't like micromanaging. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no, I'm one of those managers. I've just decided to micromanage and I've made everything worse. Yeah, I'm not letting the guests out till that, the gate's closed. That's fine now. Add some tasks. Yeah, fix this. Move. Let's let the guests out. Emergency bunker. Are you just now getting to the emergency bunker? You would have been bacon. Yeah, you can drive around. You can drive around in the vehicles to do stuff. It's a little bit quicker and more direct if you do it, but obviously some threats arise that you can't respond to at all times. You can fly the helicopter. Wait, direct control. Where's my Mass Effect fence? You can fly around. You can take photos. If you're ever stuck for a bit of money in this, you can take photos. You get a bit of money for it, so it's... I wonder what the most expensive photo ever taken is. Someone do an ADHD in the first game, especially in modes where money is way less up budget, taking good photos is a really good passion thing. Feathers, they gonna start cooking. You get a bonus for diversified behavior. It's kind of like Pokemon Snap, except way less animated. It has far fewer, like, diversified behavior. I'm now imagining Pal World Snap and the pals, like, pulling a gun on you. Alright, we're gonna let them go now. Go back to work. Just the boss occasionally like says, "Hey, I want to fly around on the chopper and take some photos." So the game now wants a guest attraction, and this, I'm assuming, is going to be something that is smart and wise to do, because at Jurassic Park we never make bad decisions. No, not the. I think I see what you've done. No, I meant like not in this, but I wonder if there's like the world's most expensive photograph. I wonder what it is in the real world, not just the world of Jurassic Park. Alright, guest comfort, infrastructure. Let's get some new dinos happening. What will it give me? Carnivores. Ah, I gotta upgrade my park, and it will give me some upgrades. So let's go. A guest attraction. Well, we've done a park tour. I want to see if it'll let me do a zip line, because I think it is the most ridiculous idea. Construct an operational guest attraction. Okay. We'll get the second viewing platform research happening. $12.4 million? What was the photo of? Is it safe to discuss it in chat? It's a very expensive photograph. Is it the first photograph? Like, is that still around? Alright, let's get some Proceratosaurus happening. I was thinking of Ceratosaurus when it gave me this option, and now I'm seeing what looks to be more of a Baryonyx relative, like, than, say, a Theropod, but I could be wrong. I don't want to get compies, because that is chicken nuggets. Styracosaurus. We might go for the Styracosaurus. Coelophysis. Were they technically dinosaurs? No, they predate most, if not all, like most dinosaurs. Let's go. Le violon. I'm gonna butcher that French phrase. Alrighty. When's it from? Just interesting, weird, fun facts. I pick up a lot of them. I don't know how. Probably doing this actually. Things. Learning stuff because I'm a curious person. Attractions. See, I'm gonna get a viewing platform. I might put one out once it's ready. The higher viewing platforms can see for a further distance, so I might see if I can put one here and see more of the raptor enclosure. But yeah, one of the things I did want to talk about today was, you know, when you've got ADHD, sometimes getting started on things can be difficult, especially if extra steps get added in, which seems to kind of be the experience of this. You know, last week I had a lot of technical trouble with my hardware. This week was my internet connection. Next week, Steam's going to be down or something, but we'll see how we go. And it can be tricky to initiate tasks sometimes because these things can be disabled. And that's what makes them disabling, is the executive dysfunction stuff. Well, I remember from Walking with Dinosaurs, Coelophysis was one of the ones that is described as among the first dinosaurs. But I also know Walking with Dinosaurs is over 20 years old at this point, so it may not have the information that is current. Current at the time, but not current for now. Alright, got a dig still going on, got a viewing platform being researched. Cool. Let's finish the Triceratops. One of the trickier things with ADHD is, you know, task management and distraction as well. When you're doing something, it can be quite easy to become distracted. You know, which is where we get the stereotype of, you know, ADHD stands for, you know, attention deficit. Ah, look, a squirrel, which I've actually done when I was in Dublin. It was captured on camera. The moment I was meant to be having a picture taken of me, and I saw a squirrel, and it was just this stop motion shot of living the stereotype. We're getting the zip line. You know, the guests want excitement and danger. They'll get excitement and danger. They'll get a zip line over, I think maybe the the herbivore paddock. I have to figure out what we're doing with all this water there, which we'll see. I feel like putting over the raptors is like playing with a dangly toy in front of a cat. They'll figure things out. Styracosaurus. This looks. Not right, yes. Alrighty. That's cool to know. Yeah. One of the things I have found just that really helps me when I'm doing stuff with ADHD is to just prevent distraction, is to have my earbuds in, always listening to like a podcast or an actual play. At the moment, I'm going back through. Well, I've just finished a rewatch of Dimension 20: Beyond Sleeping City, and then currently playing with a few different things. Uh, some D&D podcasts in particular that I'm re-listening, just to give myself something to listen to. I call it listening to my stories. And I listen to the stories whenever I'm doing stuff around the house, like dishes, housework, laundry. And it helps because it keeps me from getting too distracted. I still get distracted. That's just gonna happen. But it stops me from getting too distracted, and it gives me the opportunity to sit down and go, alright, I'm gonna queue up Dimension 20, we'll queue up Fantasy High, and I'll listen to it, and then the episode, say an episode's 2 hours long, I'll get 2 hours of productivity out of it, because it's time I'm thinking about, like, oh, how would I DM this? How would I run this session? What would I do if I was a player in this situation? And then I'm listening, and, you know, the ADHD can't stop, won't stop, has something to focus on. So when I'm, say, doing the laundry, Dolphin Mind can sometimes hijack our executive functioning, and we'll go from, like, say, like, doing the laundry, like cleaning clothes. We have clothes, they have to be cleaned. It's just the way things work. And occasionally, Dolphin Mind will go, hey, this is a cool pair of pants, but it had a matching jacket. Where's the matching jacket? You should go find that matching jacket. Or this would look really good with these boots. Or hey, remember you were thinking about some of the stuff in your wardrobe that you need to sort your wardrobe. So I'll go from like the dishes to the laundry to cleaning my wardrobe out, and just it escalates into this very ridiculous experience. So I do my best to have a podcast or an something on. I'm was listening to something, and this way, what that lets me do is it gives me something to focus on. I put my brain energy into, so my brain, instead of going, "Hey, you should be doing this task because these things are existing," or "Hey, you should go check up on this stuff," just allowing the idle mind to focus on something. The thing that stops me getting distracted by the podcast is the task I'm doing. So as an example, like we'll use the dishes as an example. So I'm standing over the thing, doing the dishes. My hands are occupied. My senses are mostly occupied. Like my eyes are occupied watching the dishes being done because I got to see if like they're dirty and stuff. And then my ears and my mind are like, all right, now roll for initiative. Nice. And just processing the D&D. So I'm cognitively satisfied, like thinking of something, because I can't switch my brain off during a task that doesn't require a massive amount of thought. Like it doesn't switch off, which is kinda frustrating. Did I accidentally build the wrong thing? Oh, I accidentally built two viewing platforms. Not what I wanted to do. But that's fine. We're gonna build a zip line. They're very similar looking. I was distracted by talking to you all, but hey, that's fine. Occasionally, like, I think the main thing that is a distractant with the podcast is if something's really good, I might have to stop. When you're getting to the big reveal or the big villain speech or plot is happening or you're trying to visualize like a battle or something, that can be kind of distracting. But it's better than for me, it's better than nothing. And it's actually quite helpful. And that way I get some of my other needs met, like my creative needs. If I'm listening to an actual play or a podcast, I'm learning. And lately, one of the things I've really been focusing on as my task outside of my task during my chores is like learning stuff as a therapist. So I put on uh, my professional development stuff and I work on that a little bit. I think about some of the things I need to be learning for that. So we got a guest attraction. How does that not? That's a guest attraction. It's operational. Construct Jurassic Park. Yeah, construct a guest attraction. Why are you being like this? I'm just gonna build another amenity and see what happens. Maybe they're annoyed at that. And that the task of even setting up the podcast, setting up for the thing I'm doing, that is helped by setting up the task I'm doing. Sometimes task paralysis or demand paralysis is a thing where and you're sitting there and you're going, I need to go do the laundry, or I need to go do the dishes, or I need to mop the floor, vacuuming, all these tasks, all these things you have to be doing. Sometimes it's very easy to. It's not easy. Easy would suggest we have a choice. Sometimes we get caught in a web of ADHD paralysis where we can't do these things, and it happens. So what putting on a podcast lets me do, like putting on Dimension 20 or Dungeons and Daddies or LA by Night, like one of the podcasts I really enjoy, what that lets me do is it creates a task that is easy that I enjoy. And then I turn on the podcast and I go, okay, it's time to get up because I've associated the podcast with around the house productivity, with executive function. I'm going to behaviorist myself into doing stuff because I'm also, for myself, and a lot of this centers around what works for me because it doesn't, not everything works for everyone, and what works for me may not work for everyone, and what works for everyone may not work for me. But one of the things that has worked for me is just being able to go, ooh, I want to listen to my stories, and then I'm listening to my stories, and then I start doing stuff, and it gives me a task I want to be doing, and it kind of kickstarts an activity. I got the mental to-do list. I'm like, cool. I have my phone, I have my headset, I've got the things I want to be doing, and then I do that, and then I just build momentum. And momentum for me is one of the most important things for executive functioning, is because once I start, if I'm uninterrupted, I can really achieve a lot. It's like a snowball effect. So if I'm uninterrupted, unimpeded, and I just get a chance to go, okay, this is the to-do list, let's go. Podcast on, let's roll. Makes life a lot easier. We are gonna pop down another. Ooh, this is shrinking. What is the beef? It's all about the path capacity. We're gonna research pathing. What do we reckon that would be? Infrastructure. Negative. Tower amenities, attractions, guest comfort, maybe? Here we go, wide path, and all my staff are on a break. Getting started is the hard part. You know what you do? Honestly, and I say this without any. Uh, this is completely serious and something I do, especially if I have a big thing coming up that I need doing, like a rent, as an example, like a rent inspection, is I write a to-do list. I write a to-do list, and then first task on the to-do list. Ah, guest attract. How vague of a name is that? I'm annoyed. Okay, I would have sat here building things until that was done. Thanks, Nate. What was I saying? Yeah. I write a to-do list. And I can say this honestly without any shred of irony. What I do is, once I got the to-do list, the first thing I put on that to-do list is write to-do list. Yeah, exactly. You write that on there, you tick it off. The tick gives you a bit of dopamine. And, I know people will look at me and go, that's not how things work. But it is. It's not for everyone, but it's for me, and it is for enough people that whenever I recommend it to people, it has often worked for them, or it's something they already do. Things give us dopamine. Like a checked off to-do list gives us dopamine. Why do you think every freemium gacha, every freemium game, every gacha game is flashy and gives us a list of things to be doing, and then they tick it off, and it's bright and flashy. It's all about that dopamine reinforcement. And once you know that that's how people work, that's how you work, and you can hack this for your own self-interest. Give yourself that look at this right here, a to-do list, and I'm gonna feel satisfied when I get guest attraction off my dang to-do list. And that's why some things like some of these apps. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Some of these apps let us gamify life, like Habitica and stuff. I don't use because filling them out and creating them for me is extra stuff to do. And if I had the energy for extra stuff to do, I would do it, and I wouldn't need these apps. But building to-do lists is something that is helpful for me, and building to-do lists helps people I know, and helps them be able to do the things that enable them to be functional or happy or even like productive and thriving. Because we talk a lot about functioning and survival, and there's a point where we have to ask, what does it take to thrive? The Myosaurus become available. Dryosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Steelophysis. We'll get those in a bit. I just want to. Will it let me do multiple researches at once? I don't think it will. I'm going to update my path anyway. Let's go to guest attractions. Multiple researches at once. Why not? I wish I'd known a lot of this stuff about myself during my degree and during previous jobs I've had. My previous approach to executive functioning was putting my back to the wall and doing everything in a sense of panic. And hey, it works, but at what cost? There's got to be a better way, and there is. It's about just learning how you work and how you can, I don't want to say hack, but how you can make it work. What's the deal with you, Proceratosaurus? Likes scavengers, dislikes other kinds. See, it says likes scavengers, but that doesn't mean it won't just kill every compy I put in there. Yay, wide path. We're going to upgrade our paths, because there is a critical overcrowding issue happening in this path. Luxury wide path. Replacement mode on. Oops. Center path, wide path, wide path. Classic wide path. Okay. That's fine. Let's go for some thoroughfare. Oh, so Proceratosaurus is a scavenger. Well, after the previous incident where I put some compies into the Velociraptor pen and the Velociraptors Pac-Man'd their way through it, I just don't feel like spending all that money. Proceratosaurus, as opposed to Amatoceratosaurus. Majungasaurus. Let's go. Down to Madagascar. Fast expeditions. Let's rock and roll. Let's get an amenity happening. So yeah, creating. Oh, there we go. Big theropod. No cannon. That's what people do. So yeah, the thing I do, I create. I don't want to say create rituals, but I create habits. And habits are hard to create. Like, admittedly, straight off the bat, they are very difficult to create. So I create not a habit of. Not a habit in the sense of, like, if you do it enough, it'll happen. I create things that make tasks comfortable or easier and get me started. Like putting my shoes on. That's one of those weird hacks that for me works. If I'm doing something and I really need to do something throughout the house, I'm going to put my shoes on. That's one of those things that can really help. Just managing, look, managing the way you feel about certain tasks. feel clean in the house, put your shoes on. That way you don't have to worry about any of the stuff that's on the floor. I'll put the path down when that's ready to go. Expedition team available. Alright, we're going to get ready to have a look at what that means in a second. Why am I not that way? That's frustrating. We're done. We're ready to go. Alright, let's open up. Because replacement mode was on. Yeah, I realized that just as it came through.
Jurassic Park sits at the intersection of both science and commerce. One provides for the other, so the higher the park rating, the more income we have to support Dr. Wu in his research. New shops and attractions, and yes, new dinosaurs
Make
will
money.
make the park
I'm
more
making money.
appealing
Increase
and more
dinosaur
profitable.
species. Cool, that means a new paddock. Let's go. What are we gonna call it? More guests want more shopping facilities. Oh, okay, people want more places to spend money. That's fine. Right outside the hotel. Why not? Action figures. Who doesn't love action figures? Skeleton display. A water feature, hey? That seems fancy. Let's go. Done. No, that's what I'm about to finish up. No power. Where does not have power? Button. Guess what? More drink amenities. Well, guess what I'm on my way to do? Matey potato. Let's go. Food or drink. I will make this a drink place. Let's go. People aren't satisfied. Well, let's change that. Skeleton display, always a favorite. Infotainment. There is something so very... I don't know. Infotainment sounds so artificial. I think I can. I'll have that. I'll check that out in a sec. Do you prefer my Ranger team being a little bit more close to home? Oh, we have some damages to set to. Gloves. Alright, we're going to start building a new paddock, a new enclosure. We know what that means. We get to name it. So let's have a little look around and let's see what we can do. Fences. What have we got for working area? And there's potential for this. If I didn't already put stuff here. You can get off the plane, bam, Tyrannosaurus. Here we go. What have we got in here? Which one? The T-Rex? I imagine it would be. Might be a bit of a grump. Ah, the Majungasaurus. Well... There's a metaphor around. There's a metaphor waiting. Something about breaking eggs. I don't know what it is, but it's there. We just got to find a place to put it. Might go in. Oh, there's a nice little area in here. It's kind of removed from everything, though. So I might see what we've got in here. So we've got the. Oh, Triceratops isn't happy. He's missing the forest. She actually, I'll refresh that. She's missing the forest. The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Maybe dinosaurs. Alright. Who else is in here? It can't just be Triceratops. There's some parasaurs as well, as I recall. Alright, let's get some Struthia mimus happening. Sauropod, Ceratopsid, Hadrosaurs. Cool, let's go. Let's get some Struthia mimus happening. While we think about the next part of the park. I feel like it might be cool for the staff to have some adjacency to something. You know, you look out, you know, you're down here working in the science center or the fossil lab, and you look out and you see something really big and impressive. Make you feel good as a staff member. Is that how this game works? No. Is that how I would work if I was given a job at Jurassic Park? Absolutely. We might look at doing something around here. Shame we don't have access to the monorail yet.
Collecting asset. Acknowledging asset collection request.
Let's go across the zipline and see what that looks like. Alright, so we're here. Oh, yeah, cool. Absolutely not. Like, not at Jurassic Park, not when expense was definitely spared. Increase total dinosaur species. Alright, how did Triceratops go? Have you got upgraded with most of the parts? I think just the main thoroughfare has been upgraded. feel like that's a bug that's been not a bug, but there's an annoying thing in the first game where the paths took up a lot of space. The wide paths took up a lot of the space, and once you start upgrading paths, you start having to choose between space a lot. Kind of like in city planning and City Skylines. Actually, I'd like that team. I want Paradox Interactive to make a dinosaur game. Because while I do enjoy this, I would like to see more diversity and
Asset in transit.
opportunities to explore details.
Asset transportation complete.
Yeah, let Paradox Games make us one of it. Give me Stellaris, the dinosaur park. Dislikes most other ceratopsids. Almost makes me not want to put some in the park. Let's go, let's go. Let's get some big Konos. Suchomimus. Really? Suchomimus next? No, don't do that. I mean, I'd take a Spinosaurus. I would prefer a Spinosaurus to a T-Rex. Who do we have? You were Plecephalus? Tricky. Apatosaurus and Drysaurus. Yes, let's go. The big boys. So one of the things that is with us and ADHD, if it is a dopamine deficiency, we don't have enough of it. So if you do little things that give you additional dopamine, it will help you on your path, which is why I'm not a dietitian and stuff, but there are things about caffeine and sugar, and we require a separate approach to dietary health that if you're neurodivergent or suspect you maybe, you should probably see a dietitian if you're going to see a dietitian or look for some dietary advice, find a dietitian who works within or is part of that community. Oh, I do like Ankylosaurus and Kylosaurus. They show up in D&D for me quite often. And they're in Dr. Droland's Dictionary of Dinosaurs, which is even better. He's a very tanky boy.
Transportation complete.
There needs to be food around that hotel. Let's put some restaurants down. I think next time, because I'm seeing this on the stream as well, next time I'm going to put the chat box somewhere else, because that's where the text from this game goes. Or if the chat's a big thing, to you, tune in live. Hopefully, these things are going to be going onto YouTube soon. Catch you later, Devin Ma. Enjoy some shopping. Hopefully, this will be going onto YouTube soon. I'll be uploading some of these soon. Or at least remaining available here on Video On Demand. See, if we look at the fluctuating interest, we gotta make I gotta remember what the classifications are. I can't keep calling them like the green. The adventurer type park guests, I guess. 20. Ooh, boy. This is the power crate. There it is. That's so expensive. That's unsustainable. Have I researched power? I have. Excellent. Ooh, that's a bigger building, but we can make it work. We're just gonna pop one down right here. Little happy little power center. And it's kind of in the forest, because hey. We're gonna start building some substations. Place mode off. No, not brush. Place mode off. Let's go set down a path. Alright, we're going to be releasing some new dinosaurs soon. We're going to be naming them after people in chat. Who do I hear? Let's hear from you. And I will be right back and meet you all with the dulcet, delightful tones of the dinosaur park. Alright, I am back. Should I have left this game unattended? No, probably not. But let's find out and see what's going on. So who's in? Who's lurking? What are you? Are you watching this stream while you're at work? That's the. Ah, yeah, there it is. Look, I won't tell if you want. It's educational. That's what it is. It's personal development. It's an experience based around learning about the experiences of different neurotypes and the way they process information and data. I don't think I'd ever get away with doing that, though, saying that this stream in general could be considered PD. But that would be rad. I don't think I could, but that would be pretty interesting if I could get away with that. Currently, I'm watching this show fighting anxiety. I am sorry to hear that you are fighting anxiety. Do not let it win. Let it it's a rascal. Mischievous. Evil at times. But it's part with anxieties. It's there to fill a role in our brain. And unfortunately, the role it was designed for, well, it's no longer required for. Used to keep us safe from predators and in dangerous situations. Now, not so. Sometimes I always hate saying the solution is to just do it. But we do sometimes reach we sometimes do reach a point where that is the solution. And yeah, I don't like money as well. I'm not a big fan of money stuff like finances and like that sort of thing. I'm not a big fan. It was a real struggle when I started like a business. Was money and the stuff that comes with it, the stuff that is required to be a part of running a business and giving bills and invoices and asking for money. Oh, it was terrible. It was the worst, and still not the biggest fan in the world of it. But it gets easier with time. It got easier with time in that respect. It doesn't always work that way. No, I gotta stop turning that on. And look, that's where we look at like, I don't know if you've got ADHD and stuff, but that's where sometimes our brains don't let us do the thing until we're panicking about it, which makes it really hard to do anything about it because we get to this point where we become not conditioned. I don't want to use a word that significant, but we reach a point where we are used to a state of panic as being the state that elicits a response from us. And I can't give you financial advice because I am not a financial advisor. But in terms of anxiety, the thing I ask myself when I'm facing a decision or a thing that traditionally makes me anxious is, how did it feel last time I did this? Did I feel anxiety after? Or does it build up in the lead up and then when I'm there it's actually fine? It's like a lot of things in life that make me anxious. They're not that bad once I'm there. I know it's not the same, and I'm not attempting to suggest it is the same kind of thing. When I used to be completely unable to speak in public, like completely. Used to not be able to speak in front of like more than 2 or 3 people. And now look at me, I can't shut up. I'm doing this, and it takes time and a bit of work, and sometimes like clinical support. But for me, the thing that really helped was realizing what helps, and then if, alright, for example, as like paying a bill, I understand that's stressful, and money is its own type of stressfulness. Because the last time you paid a bill wasn't this bad, and that's always my question to myself. Was like, how did it actually feel after this last time? Oh, we have fossil. I have critically ignored the fossil people. Let's have a little. What is a Dryas? That thing looks adorable. It looks small. Alright, leave the Styracosaurus for now. Let's get Majungasaurus happening, because park needs a little panache. Everything's too safe around here. Start extracting. Seeing Labrat's name show up still makes me think of, like, what was the ethics board conversation around opening Jurassic, or even, like, half the research that was here. I don't think it happened. But we're gonna go back and get more Apatosaurus fossils. We get some long necks. We get our big boys. How are we doing for research? I think it's time we upgrade this. I'm gonna hire some more scientists. See if we can name them this time as well. Closures, creation, gene mods, medicine, staff, guest comfort, amenities. Infrastructure. Staff are busy. Alright. We need to do some other research in time. Staff center, efficiency upgrades, range capture teams. Alright, we'll wait for the current research. Zip line. We got some shops that are doing pretty well. Accommodation rating. What's the problem? Let's have a little look. Sometimes criticism can be really hard, and it's something that can be a challenge to deal with, this criticism. So, especially, again, hey, back to us neurospicy people. That rejection sensitivity dysphoria is a wicked pain. So, rejection sensitivity dysphoria, for those who are unfamiliar with it, is a experience, especially people who experience ADHD, autistic folks as well. It's a neurospicy thing, and it's just this hypersensitivity to real perceived rejection, and that can make certain experiences like feedback really challenging. Because it's, you know, you may know, you may think you know, like, objectively that this is for your benefit. This is a truth that they don't intend to do any emotional harm, but it still does. And it's just a sensitivity to perceived rejection because of it's a result of just like a lifetime of being different, and that can really affect some people in a big way because not fitting in is hard, especially like during the school years. Metrocanthosaurus. No, we're gonna go back down to Madagascar and get some more Majungasaurus. Not releasing that thing. It's not ready yet. You know, it makes it really hard to put yourself out there. It really builds up a lot of anxiety around trying something new, or speaking up for yourself, or speaking to your needs, or just in general makes things hard. It makes it difficult to do things for yourself, and especially like setting boundaries and that sort of thing. RSD is really hard to work against in that area, and it takes time and practice, and I don't think it ever completely goes away. It just becomes more and more manageable over time, and that's one of like the dissatisfying mental health experiences. All right, staff are busy, so we might do something else for the moment. Let's process some fossils. See if we can get a do I get the names of the people who are watching? That's something I haven't actually thought about before. Alright, once those ones are done, we're gonna put this park into action. We're gonna get things going. Hopefully by 6 we'll have a big theropod for us all, and we'll have had our first week of operation, Jurassic Park, open for general audiences, and so far, can slap a big sign on the board, like those old-fashioned construction sites, 68 days since last accident. 2 weeks since most recent incident. We'll be able to say 1 week since last Velociraptor escape. Yeah, when I worked in construction, one of the sites I worked on had one of those signs, but no one ever updated it. So it's just like blank days since last incident. Dryer. Let's check some Apatosaurus happening. Alright, let's get some Majungasaurus going. Some big theropod. Theropod, 2 legs. 2 legs, little arm. Tyrannosaurus was a theropod. There we go, look at that. And the staff. I need more staff. Or I need to work them a little less. Let's see. Alright, our expedition's complete. Let's send more out. Let's just actually no. See, I gotta hold that impulse because there's that part of me, that dopamine again. It's like more fossils. More fossils, more fossils. But no, we want to actually get to work on getting some dinosaurs. Thankfully, we've got some people that are pretty good at getting fossils out, so let's go. We're going to queue up 2 batches. Going to assign some scientists. Not Barbosa. She'll let it out by the looks of things. She doesn't look happy. We're going to send her on a work-mandated holiday. Stuff. There we go. Look, people burn out. People get tired. People get stressed. Work is exhausting. And imagine... I know this is a video game and this is a resource that's part of like the game's mechanics. Would you imagine if there was only 6 scientists running Jurassic Park? That would be a stressful job. I would need a break several times a week, I think. Here we go. And the staff are busy. Oh no, they're all gonna be angry. Oh, this is going to go terribly. Here we go. I think I spoke too soon about that 0 days since Breakout, which I know it's far too soon to be saying, well, we're boned. But, oh, he looks like he's gonna be a grumpy boy. Gavin Ma was right, he looks aggressive. I say he and boy. The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are all... Well, they all start off as female, but we know there's enough frog DNA in there that they are not. Oh yeah, we've got 2 that are reasonably happy. 25 plus only plus 25% dominance needs. That sounds kind of toxic, actually. I have my dominance needs. I'm gonna wait and see how this goes, because I feel like these aren't a pack predator, so we may not need too many of them. Actually, while I'm on this topic, while I'm here, one of the things that really helps me do well in the things I do, or the things that make me happy, planning ahead in business is one of the things that helps me achieve things, is finding out what people want and then building it from here. Because I can sit here all day and talk about, just like run my mouth about stuff. The social anxiety is gone and I'm making up for lost time. My question for people who are here, what are you here for? And is there any like topics we can cover that would be of interest to you? Because I know one of the original topics, one of the original topics for the stream was going to be running sessions in different games to explain to parents how they work. I feel like that's more of a YouTube thing than a Twitch thing. Hey, look, that's fair enough. That's kind of what I'm here to do. I'm not
dinosaurs is the dangerous nature
a
of
high energy
The allure is instinctual
like
fear.
YouTuber style
But
person.
what
I'm
we
just
are
here to
really
have a
looking
chill
for
time.
is something bigger and better.
Do you want a T-Rex?
Can I have a T-Rex?
Wait, what? Really? We can have
Oh
a
no,
T-Rex?
no! Don't
Once
encourage
you
this.
expand the park and create a suitable enclosure.
Expanding the size of the park is a brilliant idea, and the T-Rex is the most iconic of the dinosaurs. And now, when people come to Jurassic Park,
I'm gonna
they can
screen
see
cap
one
that.
for
I'm just gonna
themselves.
say like, no,
And
bad
fear they
idea.
might get eaten by one.
The illusion of risk, not actual risk, is what we strive to achieve. And we'll have a T-Rex.
The audacity of this man. The audacity. Yeah, I get you just here to chill. Look, that's honestly kind of what I'm here to do as well. It's just trying to cultivate a space. Yeah, because I thought for a bit, do I do the high energy YouTuber thing? And I got tired just thinking about it. That's not me. I would rather save my energy for being the kind of D&D DM who homebrews drop as and cackles villainously as I do so. Alright, we're gonna do that. Burgers.
Asset delivered.
Burgers. Drinks. Move. Presents. And bathrooms. We're gonna need bathrooms. Look, it's just a medium amenity emergency bunker restrooms. There we go.
Asset has been delivered.
Synthesize, incubate, and release the following data. I just built an enclosure that would be perfect for the T-Rex. Fine. I don't think I'll need the position. Alright, where's my Majungasaurus? Wrong paddock. What is that? Oh, it's a goat. The greatest of all time, folks. There he is. There they are. Looks kinda like an Allosaurus. Oh, look, I was gonna say it kind of looks like an Allosaurus, but that's just it's a terrible. Doesn't have the brow. Don't be doing this. Don't be funny. So they're happy. At least two of them. Oh, they're kind of social. Preferring a forest, some open space, prey, rock, water. Should be good. Now let's make a mistake. I say this entirely unironically. This is a mistake. Is it going to give us the T-Rex? No. Oh, okay. Is it going to unlock the Tyrannosaurus for us, and now we just have to play through the game? Or has Dr. Wu just given us the T-Rex, but can't? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have to earn T-Rexes. That's rad. Is that our goal for next week? Get to T-Rex? Well, you did mention drop bears, and now I am now wondering if there is a where drop bear. But look, that's half the fun, and that's, you know, when you're playing role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons or World of Darkness or Cyberpunk, that's the fun, is just the chaos and the saying of a thing you shouldn't have. But alas, alright, let's get things rolling. What do we need for the T-Rex? We need more fossils, more scientists, we need research. That's next week's goal, is we're gonna get the T-Rex next week. I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll get it. Staff improvements, let's go. Oh. People need some breaks. Half the staff, let's put them on leave. Rest. Cool. Alright, we are on our way to a dinosaur park worth visiting. Okay, you'd get your steps in, though. We might have to put some stuff around here. Start looking at some of these fossils. Oh, everyone's too busy. That's fine. Alright, where are they? There we go. They seem kind of social. But they've got... they're happy to cohabitate. To a degree. I'd be interested on seeing where that happiness line is. But, you know, that's a mood. They want their space, that's fine. I know this is, this is a video game. I'm like highly aware of that. But it's also just interesting to see. Like, this is something people have imagined and created and brought to life. No. Nom. Go back and eat it. I was gonna say, like, waste. You know, these critters are these These little digital critters here, imagined and made and coded by people. I think that's really rad. Alrighty, staff improvement. Nice. We are gonna get some staff upgrades. We're gonna get the gang some upskilling. We're gonna improve our teams. Investing in your team, investing in people, is the smartest decision a business owner can make. Because otherwise you're gonna have a high turnover and you're gonna be replacing people every 6 to 24 months, and then you'll spend more time than you ideally need to retraining the replacements. So it's no, not what you want. Right, they've all finished up. Let's queue up some more research. Alright, that was $470-something thousand, right? How much does a power station cost? It's cheaper by nearly half to build one of these. Why did the game not make these available? Seriously. Would they be aesthetically pleasing? No. Would it keep the bills down? Yes. And does keeping the bills down give us opportunities to pay for cooler dinosaurs? Absolutely it does. But I'll be getting ready to sign off in a sec. Thank you all for coming today. Apologies for the tomfoolery with getting started again. Technical difficulties. You know, next time I'm going to start at 3:30, and then even if I run late, we'll still be starting by 4. Thanks to everyone for popping by. Next week, the plan is to get the Tyrannosaurus up and running, and then we'll see when the Chaos mode really begins, because I'm waiting for this game to throw me a curveball. I'm waiting for this game to go, Mike, you think you're so smart, but you didn't anticipate chaos or dinosaurs. So far, it's been chill, which has been nice, but I'm waiting for a bit of that pressure. Requires power. This is the lamest thing to finish up on. Ah well. See you all next time. Have a good one.